What's up YouTube, Saf here on SuperSaf TV, and today we're talking Samsung Galaxy Note 7. So a lot of you have asked me for this video, and there's been loads of leaks and rumors about the Note 7 out. So what I'm going to be doing in this video, like I do all the time, is putting them all together in one place to hopefully give you guys a better idea of what to expect. So initially, some of you may be saying, Note 7, why not Note 6? We had the Note 5 last year, so it would make sense to have the Note 6 this year. Well, most rumors are suggesting that we're going to be seeing the Note 7 and Samsung are going to skip the Note 6 naming. And that's to bring it in line with their flagship smartphones, the S7 and S7 Edge. This does kind of make sense, and it will avoid confusion. Some users who might not be that tech savvy may come over onto the market and think, which one shall I get? Shall I get the Note 6 or the S7? And some may think, because of the numbering, that the Note 6 may be an older model, whereas it's actually going to be newer. So the Note 7 does kind of make sense. And also, there's not going to be a space between Note and 7 anymore. That's also rumored. Now, what can we expect from the display size? Well, it's looking likely that we're going to be seeing the same as last year, so 5.7 inches. Although some rumors are suggesting that we might be seeing up to 6 inches as well. Now, this may be a possibility to have something slightly larger because the S7 Edge currently has a 5.5 inch display. And to separate that a little bit from the Note series, they may increase that, so maybe even 5.8 or 5.9 inches. We're going to have to wait and see, but I would say maybe 5.7 or 5.8 inches is what's looking likely. Super AMOLED technology. And always on display is also going to be here, like we've got with the S7s. Although we might see some improvements in terms of the software. And pretty much most rumors are suggesting that we're going to be seeing a dual curve display. So this is similar to what we have on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. So this year it looks like we are going to be seeing just one Note version, not like the Note 4 and the Note Edge that we had a few years back. It looks like we are just going to have the one version, and that is going to have a dual curve display. And that brings us over on to the design and build. And most rumors and leaks are suggesting that we're going to be seeing something similar to the S7 Edge with some minor tweaks. So there is going to be a metal frame with glass panels on the front and the back. The back glass panel is also likely to be slightly curved, as we have with the S7 Edge, to make it a little bit easier to hold in one hand. And the other thing this is going to bring is lots of fingerprints. So I am definitely going to be picking up a Dbrand skin, who are the sponsor for this episode. And if you want to pick up a skin for any one of your devices, then Dbrand is the place to go. It's a great way to customize the look of your smartphone. I'll be leaving a link to them in the description below, so definitely do go ahead and check them out. In terms of colors, at launch it looks like we'll have a black, silver and a blue. And these are the images that have been leaked by Ivan Blass, EvLeaks, the serial leaker, and he's got a great track record. So this is very likely what we're going to be seeing, and we might be seeing some new colors going forward. Now, water and dust resistance kind of goes without saying, because this is something that we have on previous models. Definitely nice to see. Now, what about the resolution? Well, some rumors were suggesting up to 4K. I believe this is quite unlikely. We are going to be seeing Quad HD, so that's 2560 by 1440. There is still some time before 4K displays are mainstream on smartphones. We've only had one 4K smartphone so far, which was the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. And that wasn't really mainstream, and it was very specific, only for specific things where it would use those 4K pixels. And although VR is becoming more and more popular right now, I still think probably next year we're going to be seeing 4K displays. I believe Samsung are going to be sticking to Quad HD this year around. Now, in terms of the internals, it looks like we're going to be seeing the Snapdragon 820 as well as the Exynos 8890, depending on which market you're from. Now, this would make it the same processors as we have with the S7s, but based on last year, the S6 going on to the Note 5, we had the same processors then as well, so it's not likely that Samsung are going to be upgrading this. Some rumors are suggesting that we might be seeing the Snapdragon 823 and also a newer version of the Samsung's Exynos processor, but that might happen. It is a little bit unlikely. One thing that we are very likely to see is 6GB of RAM. So we have 4GB of RAM on the S7s. And because the Note series is definitely known for its multitasking capabilities, it looks like we are going to be seeing 6GB and the OnePlus 3 recently also had 6GB, so this seems like the new trend that we're going to be seeing on some of these new smartphones, and that should really help with some of the features that the Note 7 will be offering. Now, what about storage? Some rumors are pointing towards a 64GB base model. That would be absolutely awesome. We may still see 32GB, and personally I wouldn't be too disappointed with that, because a micro SD card slot will be available, so you can expand your storage and not have to worry about filling up your smartphone. Now let's move on to the cameras. These are also likely to say very similar to what we have with the S7. So it's going to be a 12 megapixel rear-facing camera with dual pixel autofocus and an f1.7 aperture. Now this is not necessarily a bad thing, because the S7 and S7 Edge currently have the best cameras on any smartphone out there. I've done lots of tests and comparisons with other smartphones, and the S7 has overall always come out on top, so I'm pretty confident that the Note 7 will have similar hardware. We might be seeing slight improvements, so super optical image stabilization is something that's being rumored. So the software working alongside the hardware to give you a better stabilization for your images and video. And there are some rumors that we might be seeing a dual lens setup. Now I very much doubt this, and based on the leak images which look very accurate, we are not seeing dual lenses. This is something that has become more and more popular recently and will be more going forward. But for the Note 7, I don't think we're going to be seeing a dual lens system. Now for the front facing camera, we're looking at 5 megapixels with an f1.7 aperture. Maybe some improvements in terms of the software. Optical image stabilization from the front facing camera is not looking likely for this year anyway, but it's definitely going to be very good for your selfies based on the experience that we've had with the S7s. Now what about the software? Well, we're going to be seeing Android, and many rumors are saying that we may be seeing Android version 7, Android N or Android Nougat. I don't even know if that's how you say it. This is a possibility, but I would say it's unlikely. I think we are going to get Marshmallow outside of the box with the Android N update coming when it's more mainstream. Right now we only have the developer versions. But on top of Android, we are going to have Samsung's TouchWiz skin, and this is likely to be called Grace. Now in terms of the new features, we're likely to see some improvements. Some things that we've seen are like the notification tray being updated, so you can control things like your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth deeper settings without having to leave the notification tray. So that should be quite cool. Now the other software updates we are going to be seeing are going to be with the S Pen. So the Note series obviously comes with an S Pen. That's what makes it the Note, and we're likely to see some improvements. We have improvements year on year. Last year we had some very cool features like being able to doodle on the lock screen, and that would save a note straight from the lock screen itself, and lots of other multitasking features. These are likely to be improved this year. We're not sure exactly what we're going to be getting, and hopefully this year, by putting the pen in the wrong way around, that's not going to break it. Let's hope that happens. Now, there's been lots of rumors about an iris scanner on the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, and these have been based on the fact that Samsung have trademarked the names Samsung Iris and Samsung iPrint recently in Europe. And how this is going to work, well, we're not too sure. Most likely you're going to be holding this up to your face, and it's going to be able to scan your iris to unlock the device and give you access to more security features. Personally speaking, I think the fingerprint scanner is the fastest way to do this. I'm not sure how they would implement the iris scanner, but we might have an iris scanner on the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. One thing we will definitely have on the Note 7 is a fingerprint scanner. This is likely to be very similar to the S7 and S7 Edge, which is super quick and accurate. And Samsung Pay may also get some improvements and more rollouts across many more countries. USB Type-C is also a possibility. Samsung have been quite late to the game with USB Type-C, with some of their previous devices not incorporating that, although USB Type-C has been around for over a year on many other flagships. So this year it is likely we might be seeing USB Type-C on the Note 7, and I hope they do, because it's definitely the future and the way forward. Now what about the battery? Well, considering that the S7 Edge has a 3600 mAh battery, because the Note 7 is going to be slightly larger than that, we can expect a slightly larger battery. Rumors are mostly suggesting between 3700 to maybe up to 4000 milliamps an hour. Now if it is up to 4000 milliamps an hour, that would be absolutely epic. Maybe between there somewhere, but we are expecting a large battery which should last you all day long. The battery, however, will be a non-removable. Fast charging and fast wireless charging go without saying. Now, when can you expect to officially hear about the Note 7? When can you get your hands on it? Well, the announcement is likely to happen at an Unpacked event on the 2nd of August. Sam Mobile have leaked an image of the Unpacked event's promo. So it's likely to be on the 2nd of August, or if not 2nd of August, somewhere around there, a few days here or there. And in terms of the release, lots of rumors are suggesting that we're going to be able to get hold of the Note 7 on or around the 15th of August. So those are the dates that you want to put into your diary. In terms of pricing, we're looking at £640 here in the UK and around about $800 in the US. That's what I would suspect. Those are the rough prices that you would be paying off contract. And yes, this year it looks like the Note series is going to be brought back to Europe. This is something that we didn't have with the Note 5. Samsung just had the S6 Edge Plus for the European markets, and this was met with quite a bit of disappointment. And it looks like this year we are going to be having the Note 7 because it's going to be the only version in all markets. So there we have it, the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 leaks and rumors. Are you looking forward to it? And what do you think of the leaks and rumors? Drop me a comment below and let me know. Are there any leaks or rumors that you've heard of that I haven't covered in this video? Do also drop those in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be having lots of Note 7 coverage as soon as it's out on the channel, like we normally do. So make sure you have subscribed. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.